The Elder Scrolls Online is one of the most solo-friendly games out there. There are several activities you can do alone as long as you have the right build and class. If you wish to solo efficiently in Overland, complete tougher solo dedicated arenas, or even clear group content by yourself, then picking the right class is important. Every class in ESO can solo almost every content, but some are more efficient than the rest. Now with subclassing, things are slightly easier since you can pick a strong skill line for solo and add it to your favorite class and character. However, knowing what works and what doesn't will make your life a lot easier when trying to solo in ESO. Let's go ahead and take a look at the best ESO classes for solo and what makes them unique for this type of gameplay. Keep in mind that there is a class rework planned to start this year, but the core of each class will probably remain the same. The Sorcerer is an amazing class for solo gameplay in ESO. Magicka Sorcerer especially is the most beginner-friendly option and will help you learn the game but also produce results faster. The Sorcerer has a few amazing skills for solo content like Critical Surge, which buffs you and heals you passively when you deal critical damage. Its Daedric Pets and Shield also make it easier to defeat tougher enemies with additional assistance and protection. If you wish to incorporate Sorcerer skills in a subclassing solo setup, then Storm Calling is the best option for its strong passives, but also Critical Surge, while Daedric Summoning will allow you to create pet setups. Nightblade is one of the hardest ESO classes and the least beginner-friendly option in the game. It is, however, one of the best classes for solo content. This is mainly because of their Siphoning line and the Siphoning attack skill that restores health and resources passively while dealing damage. A powerful skill for solo content that will help you remain alive with ease. Nightblades also deal good single target damage, which makes them great against tougher enemies like bosses. Their Assassination line offers great active and passive abilities that will help you deal massive damage and clear content faster. Those two skill lines, Assassination and Siphoning, are your best options for a subclassing solo setup, depending on whether you wish to increase damage or sustain. The Arcanist is another strong class for solo in the Elder Scrolls Online. The only class in the game with a unique system called cracks. Some Arcanist skills generate cracks, while others consume it to boost damage and effectiveness. This works offensively but also defensively. So by consuming cracks, you can boost the defensive and support effects of your skills to heal yourself and survive tougher enemies. Their Fate Carver Beam skill deals massive damage and protects you with a shield. Thanks to this ability, you can defeat multiple enemies at the same time while being protected. Their Herald of the Dome line is great for more offensive subclassing setups with a few support options, while Soldier of Apocrypha offers more solid defensive skills and support. The Templar is not one of the best ESO classes for dealing damage at the moment. It is though an amazing class for solo. This is mainly because of the several support and heal AoE abilities it offers. Magicka Templars have access to a powerful spammable for solo content, Puncture Sweep, an AoE damage skill that also heals you at the same time. Combining that with some of their support abilities allows you to clear harder solo content. For subclassing setups, you can use their Aedric Spear line for its spammable and the Burning Light passive that deals extra damage when you deal damage. You can also use Restoring Light for the support and heal AoE abilities it has. The Warden is another class that can do solo content successfully, but it lacks the amazing potential of the previous classes. You can focus on frost damage and crowd control multiple enemies easily while dealing good damage. Winter's Embrace offers good defense and frost-based skills that can assist in solo content, but is mostly helpful to Warden pure class builds and not subclassing setups for solo content. Animal Companions are the class's offensive line that deals good damage and debuffs enemies, but you will have to commit to the line and use several of its skills to be effective. While you can use it in a subclassing setup, there are better options that will help you deal more damage with less effort. Finally, their Green Balance line is amazing for self-healing while soloing content, but again is better for pure class setups instead of subclassing. The Dragonknight has access to some strong defensive abilities that can boost your survival in solo content. However, it lacks the necessary sustain to survive prolonged fights and relies on casting ultimates often to generate resources. A great option if you wish to play with damage-based setups that work better as pure class builds. For subclassing setups, I would only pick Ardent Flame if I want to create a dot-based build for solo content. Finally, the Necromancer is another hard class to learn, but not very efficient for solo content anymore. Necromancers rely on their Blast Bones skill to deal most of their damage and are also good in dot-based setups. Gravelord is their best skill line, but you can also use for subclassing builds if you wish to boost your damage over time. Outside that concept, they have little to no use though. Their minions are not permanent and require extreme micromanagement, which can be too much when you are fighting against groups of tough enemies alone. As a pure class setup, Necromancers must have Spirit Guardian always active to survive, which is just another weak minion that you will have to monitor and resummon all the time. This is how each ESO class performs in solo content and how they can help you clear your favorite content alone. Some are obviously better than others when it comes to solo and will help you enjoy the game more. Right now, the Sorcerer, Nightblade and Arcanist are the top solo classes for the Elder Scrolls Online in a pure or subclassing setup. What do you think of the available ESO classes and their performance in solo content? Which one is your favorite? I would love to know. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more builds and guides. Have a great day.